Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Twanboy, and I'm back with another video with y'all, man. Hey, it's gonna be a long behind weekend, man. I'm gonna do something today. Probably gonna just go out and hang out, but anyway, man, gonna play some college football 25, walk through part 47. You're new to the channel, hit the like button for your boy, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Turn on post notifications if you're new. Yeah, man. I cancel it right now. Try. Can't find no opponent.
Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Line gets set, first down. They're going to run it to the right. Fakes his man out. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Fires to the big fella. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Ewers. Just a short pass to the tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. 2nd and goal coming up. Go straight ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
What's up?
Offense set on first down. Leaves it with the back. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Haynes. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Discards a man. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Got it in the middle, it's Bernard. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air, it's Milroe. Pressure coming. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. He's looking downfield to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. At the 40, there he goes. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Field goal is good.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. After picking up this 1st down on the ground, let's see what they do. Use the play fake, now to throw. There he goes, breaking the pocket. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. On that play-action fake, the action was the quarterback got clobbered after he faked the handoff.
Yeah, it definitely didn't work. The fake is supposed to be the most important part of that, to try to get the guys to...
Brings it down on the right side. Can anyone catch it? Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Henderson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss, trying to get that 1st down.
Coverage team does a good job. Touches it dead. No return on this one.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield. And now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Snagged in the middle. It's held. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown tie. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and then 25-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires to the wideout. And the ball is picked off. Got room on the return. The 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Bama! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle. It's more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line. They'll throw it on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. He's looking on the right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Manning. Looking to the big tight end. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we're planning to see a few more throughout this game.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. And the Longhorns will line up to punt it away. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Alabama offense. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time. And that applies to them right now, David, here in the the second half. It's a lot of really good things in that first half. Need some more big plays here to get this double.
And you've seen it with bowl games. Big swings, man. When the rust comes off after that first half and people get in the rhythm, you've seen big comebacks. So I know they're winning, but keep the foot on the gas. This first possession is crucial.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Fires to the right. And that pass picked off. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor discipline.
Headed to the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down. The
Longhorns are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Texas! And that one will put them up here in the second half. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Give to the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. The run from the shotgun. Just causing wreckage in the secondary. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Well, the offense tried to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? Finding ways to get him.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Texas offense. Now they'll run it to the right here. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough to attack.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. Going deep. He's got it downfield. Huge gain. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud.
And he breaks into the open. A huge pickup on this play. They finally get him out of bounds, and that is some kind of way to wrap up the 3rd quarter. he'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They want that clock to run. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown! And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job with ball security.
He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep it.
Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can get something to eat?
Coming out with it, it's Henderson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes that Alabama offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here and late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Makes his man miss. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to throw. It's Milroe. Looking to scramble. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Coming after him. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. trying to surprise him with the pass. Extending the play. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him. And they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here.
They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the ball's loose in the backfield. Oh, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
He's tackled at the 41. Brings up third down.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Handoff to the single back. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome between these hallowed hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs. They've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. Today we have a top 25 matchup on hand with 2 of college football's premier teams preparing to slug it out. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. The offense set for a first down play. The give to the back. Across the 25, he's got room. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass?
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Miller with the ball. Puts him in the spin cycle. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Yeah, find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC and then pin your ears back and go get quarterbacks. Georgia does that and finds those guys really, really often.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
The deep thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. To the ground, and they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go, and the Dogs will hustle to the line. He's got it again. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line. A 3rd down try for the offense. Back to pass, it's back. A strike downfield. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. He's got an open man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Got his man quickly. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Just ran him over. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominated at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They'll run it on first and goal. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. Now on second and goal. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. What a snag by the defense. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles, which could have been set up in a long yardage situation. Now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
To the air on first down. He'll pull it down. Got room at the 35. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
These quarterbacks are nightmares to play. Pretty good coverage on the outside. Man-to-man, nobody looking at the quarterback. He takes off. He doesn't look like the quarterback. Looks like a running back. Chews up yards, gets way down the field, and makes a big play for this offense.
They've been running it, but now the pass. He'll pull it down and run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Offense gets set for second down. Back to throw. It's Milroe. Get it out on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. He's going to pass. Now improvising. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all three of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play in the quarterback.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
Gets rid of it. Got it in the middle. It's Bernard. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can improve. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Looking to pass. It's back. almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, it's a simple play. QB's just looking for his big fella, the tight end, and he couldn't reel it in.
Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Throws to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's got him and they convert. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Just drives it between the uprights. And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. He'll call for the fair catch here. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Trying to set the tone with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass, it's back. Throws to the tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. Lost, the defense is wide open. Hit the afterburners, kid. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
A first down run in the red zone. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Georgia! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here, he does a lot of blocking. He plays a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield. And you lose the big guy. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Alabama offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. If you consider the swing pass an extension of the running game, well, they shut down the run and the swing on that one.
No doubt. Locked them down. Great job seeing it right away. Eyes on the running back. And as soon as they threw it, multiple guys breaking on the football, getting to him, not letting him do any damage after the catch.
He'll try to do it himself. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
Gain of 2. Brings up second down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Dropping back, it's Milroe. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
What a great rush by the defense. Understanding, winning up front, getting to the quarterback, and rattling him. Try not to get a penalty, right? Because God forbid you touch these guys too hard and you get called for a penalty. Nice job getting a good clean hit, pressure on the quarterback.
Oh, picked off. Oh, big juke to get past. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Of the third quarter. With the score, Georgia 10, Alabama 3.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Let's go. He's looking to throw. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and you can tell he was trying to run with that football before he caught it. That slant route, you stick your foot in the ground, cut towards the QB. Those are one of those plays where he puts it on the money, and you just try to make yards after the catch, but the key word being after the catch.
Unloads to the wideout. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. With the catch, it's Miller. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. After the first down completion, it's second and short. He's looking to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. To the air, it's Milroe. Fires to the wideout. And the ball is intercepted.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's not where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live and dine. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Alabama! This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone. Your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Going to take a shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. On the ground, it's Etienne. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football.
Board like Bikino, Teflon. Miami with pool, tropical leaves where I got a few keys with momentum, stock a few D's. Now it's unstoppable cheese. Said we was garbage, so fuck college. Street knowledge of HD scholars when we coin phrases for dollars. Start studying business with crystals. Get fucked with pistols. Drums to see my shit discharge push. I dropped the Stella, even now Rockefeller. I got to tell all about Rockefeller. Mannerisms and the narrow, spin Spanish wisdoms in a whip with the narrow. Crime organized like the pharaoh. I cream, I diamond gleam, hot post like I king. Got a lot of things to drop. Brooklyn to Queens, I gotta keep my steam.
For the black man only. So if you're not a black man, keep scrolling.
Uptown fiend for Jay-Z to appear in the scene. In the meanwhile, here's some dope for y'all to lean. Song, but they the world go around, so the main song is spin. Can I live this dope with my legs in within?
Would you guys rate me on a scale of 1 to 10?
8. Just have an error.
You put an effort, so I'll give you an 8 as well. Like, that's very important. I give you about like a 6.5.
She's a 9.
She's a 9?
In my eyes.
In your eyes.
It's my baby.
Any glasses? Would you guys, alright, just rate me on a 20. Come on.
No, I don't care. Body count matters. I'm not.
Would you guys rate me on a scale of 1 to 10?
8.
Put an effort, so I'll give you an 8 as well. Like, that's very important. I give you about like a 6.5.
Third and fourth downs coming.
Your eyes.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. Fires one high and deep. And he holds it in at the 25.
And that's just nice patience and a great route. One-on-one, working the defender, taking his time, getting out of his break, locating the football, and making the catch just in time to inbound.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Back to throw. It's Milroe. Fires on the move. It's caught downfield. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, and no doubt that's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Right back to the well. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Critical juncture of the game late, and you're trying to find your best one-on-one matchup to take advantage of. Of course, it's the tight end. With his size, his wingspan, and his athleticism, really good decision by the quarterback at a crucial juncture in this game.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. He'll start this drive firing. Throwing right. And it's picked off for the third time today. He'll try to take it back. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown time.
Man, what a play by this defense.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, a top 25 matchup on hand, two of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Might as well give it to him again. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. To the air. It's Milroe. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. First down here for the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out.
Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. Here's the handoff. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Obliterates him, still on the move. Ball down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. The give to the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Back to throw. It's Milroe. On the run, still looking. Got out of trouble and throws.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. That's caught. It's Haynes. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
You don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. He's looking to throw it. He's got it on the run. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
The give from the gun. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Price. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. And that one's going to be batted away incomplete, and we have played one. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking to throw, it's Leonard. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers, and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day. And all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it. And I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
They want to just keep throwing it. Zings it complete to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Caught behind the line. It's Love. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. He's starting to get in touch with his inner Joe Montana as the Irish are moving the ball up top.
And I think that's always the question with the Irish every year is who's going to play quarterback. We know their brand and we know who they are, but are they going to get ballers at that position? Are they going to get a great Ian Book, a great Brady Quinn? That's the next step, and if they find that guy, Notre Dame can do everything they want to do and be great in college football.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. He's going to pass. Throws for the tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's Evans. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times too. But I tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread, Don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches, so he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. Ready to try the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Fielded in the end zone. It's Henderson. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Here comes that Alabama offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
First down here for the offense. To the air, it's Milroe. Floats it out in space. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. The short hands, it's Miller. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass.
Right there.
Catch in the middle, it's Miller. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Still running up at 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Caught over the middle. It's Bernard. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Going up top on first down. Getting some heat. Stands in and takes the hit. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Line getting set on second down. Scanning the field, it's Leonard. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. At the 45, on his way. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Notre Dame right back to the line. On the run, it's Love. Runs through.
No, get him, get him.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on 2nd down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Fires to the end zone. And that pass intercepted. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half.
And defensive backs you think don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's 4. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Looking for a man. It's Leonard. Unloads it left. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20.
Oh, no.
To the right, complete. Oh, look out. There he goes. At the 20. Touchdown, Irish. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out, because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
PAT unit on the field. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they put points up in electrifying fashion with an 82-yard toss for 6. All tied up, just about set to kick it away. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll try the run. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, for the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Steps away. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Makes the grab on the left. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
A nice job by the QB. It's 3rd down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Turns it on in midfield. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They take the lead with the 6.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finished with a 64-yard sprint to the house. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Dropping back, it's Leonard. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. A first down for the offense. from the gun, the ground game. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. All wideouts, no backs. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Quickly out to the tight end. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you. So you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Pulls it in. It's Bernard.
Oh,
Got some momentum to the goal line. Touchdown tie. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. He'll bring it out. It's Price. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here come the Irish back on offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Looking downfield, it's Leonard. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Fires to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And the pass falls incomplete, and we've played 3. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. They'll throw it on 1st down. Spits it out to the back. And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. He'll just keep slinging it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. Oh, man, thought he had the interception, but the official rules gained too much of an advantage. So wave off the turnover, give up the yardage, it'll be 1st down. He looks that one in nicely. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there and got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense starts with a 1st and 5 after the penalty. To throw, it's Leonard. That pass is incomplete. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, they give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill. He uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. It's complete. And boy, is he close to that 1st down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Awesome execution. Nice job going down the field, scoring the touchdown, but only half of the work is done. Under 2 minutes, got to go for the 2-point conversion here. Pick your play. Let's get ready to roll.
They got the touchdown, but still a 2-point conversion short of tying it up late. Wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the kicking team's going to call a timeout. Now down by 2, inside a minute to go. If they can get this onside kick, maybe they could get into field goal range. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Here comes that Alabama offense. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting 1st down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive.
Oh, boy. I gotta play Notre Dame again?
Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium, where they will shake down thunder from the sky to cheer on their Fighting Irish, and hoping that plenty of echoes will reverberate in victory at the end of the game. We've got a top 25 showdown in this one, both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Coming out with it, it's Price. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First down for this offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Looking to throw, it's Leonard. Lofts one high and deep. And that ball is picked off. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Leaves him grabbing air as he gets down to the 35. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. 3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory.
No.
That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit.
Oh.
No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Wants to throw on first down. Using the quick game. Giving him his pass. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Trying to find his man on first down. Dances away. He's going to take off. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. Now on 2nd down. Pulls and fires complete. Open space at the 25. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage. The receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him. He tackles him for no gain.
Fires to the right. He's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he won't be able to get it as the defense gets him down at the 1. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish. Up and over, Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
back of the end zone. He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Handoff from the gun. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. To the air, it's Milroe. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down. What do they have for third and short from their own 23? They'll try to pick it up on the ground.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Running with power. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. The ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's third and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Lets it fly. Hits him in stride inside the 10.
Nice strike, big play in the passing games. I'll tell you what, find your mismatches, find your advantages, what you do well, and do it again. And then again. And then we know how do we do it again. Keep attacking.
And backed up, first and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. He caught it. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Still looking on the move. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Well, they take a sack right down by the goal line, guys, and I think the route concept really didn't help the quarterback out there. Normally you're thinking this is going to be a quick hitter, get the ball out of his hands fast, but that was a very slow developing route concept. I think that's the biggest reason he got sacked.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Splits the uprights right down the middle. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it out. It's 4. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Dropping back, it's Leonard. Buys a little extra time. Trying to make magic with his feet. Still on his feet at the 45. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Trying to get to it. The sweet feet buy a little time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Notre Dame lines up quickly. on second down, wants to throw. Release to the back. Grabbed in the middle. It's locked. On the move at the continues to fight for yards. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. This offense has a second down play. Back to pass, it's Leonard. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
How many first downs is that just on this drive?
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials... Look in the replay booth will overturn the call. Now facing a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Finds his man. It's Evans. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up. But this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. The field goal is no good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football for them right at this point.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more efficient physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Fires into traffic, picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 10. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. On the option. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Going for the return. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes that Alabama offense. To the air on 1st down. Moving away from pressure. That's caught. It's Adams. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
God, he's annoying to play against. You think about it as a defense, I'm trying to cage you in, trying to keep you in the pocket, and then he's just whoop, 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 spinning all over the place, getting outside the pocket, making plays, and then you got to go chase him again, and again, and again. Just wears you out.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Gets it out fast. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Miller. Strikes the blow. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. They're going to throw it again. Quarterback extends the play. He'll pull it down. Across the 25, he's got room. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bama!
I mean, you talk about calling a pretty good defense you feel good about, and you take away the pass, and what does the quarterback do? He pulls it down and just shows the speed, basically becomes a running back, takes it all the way to the house, and makes your defense look silly.
Back to throw, it's Milrow. He's got him in the flat. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's 4. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. To go up top on 1st down. Finds the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Big time throw in that last play. You know, you think about great Notre Dame quarterbacks. I think back to a couple of Joes. Joe Montana, Joe Theismann. They'd love what they'd be seeing right now from this kid. He's got arm talent. He's got accuracy. And because of that, he gives this offense the ability to light up the scoreboard.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Open runway ahead. He's at the 10. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
Quick toss. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll throw it on first down. That's caught. It's Miller. Runs through the tackle. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
That's the end of the third quarter. This is the score. Notre Dame 21, Alabama.
First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. Get it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to pass. It's Milroe. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. He hurls one deep down the left side. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Alabama! Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
Momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some win. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back and keep that momentum going.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. On the option. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. The option look. He'll pitch it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Makes makes the catch past the sticks. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 3rd and short now from their own 48. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Got his man on the line.
You gotta have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. They'll go to the ground. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Looking to throw, it's Leonard. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And down he goes. Not sure about putting your quarterback in harm's way there, but that's going to do it. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics. I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to 2 very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, dude, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying...
Oh, I'm gonna start another stream.